Joy friends, welcome to Yarn Joy Adventures number 23. My name is Cynthia with Cynthia's Joyful Creations. In case you are joining me for the first time, welcome in. So glad to have you stopping by and visiting the Joyful family today. And if you are returning, hello my beautiful friends. I am so excited to spend some more just focused yarny time with you. All right, when we last left, there was a lot of things that I was kind of working on. I was working on the doll, and I was working on some pacifier clips. Well, with all of that, and including the Lullaby Dreams baby blanket that I'm working on, if you've not caught that, that is in Joy in the Making, that segment. But through all of that, sometimes you just have to change things up just to keep your motivation going. So yes, I started a new whip. What? So let me tell you about this. So this is some yarn that I bought from Michael's last spring when they had their big clearance. And I've never really, done a lot with bulky yarn, but it was on sale. It was like, this one was $1.12 a skein, and I believe honestly this bigger one, I think I got it for even 99 cents a skein. But anyway, let me show you the yarn and then I'll show you what I'm doing with it and how it's working out. So I have more of this Bloom Chunky Big from Premier, and just the label alone, I fell in love with the label. But I love the colors. You know, I'm such a sucker when it comes to variegated yarn. I just love variegated yarn. Don't get me wrong, I love my colors and I love putting my colors together, but there's just something about variegated yarn that just, I don't know, maybe it's just the magic of how it works out and the colors, you know, evolve and come to be, and how they meet and how they flow together. I don't know, there's just something about it that just, just makes me all giggly inside. But anyway, isn't this a pretty color? This is actually called Tulip. And when you look at the pattern that is on the label, you can see, and hopefully that will zoom in better for you. Let me come in close and then out. Maybe that'll help improve it a little bit. But you can see how it's kind of forming flowers on there. And I thought, oh, how cool that would be. And so I got some more, and this is Premier Bloom Chunky as well. And this is the colorway in it. It's got some purples and greens inside there. So it goes very well with the fact that this one has purple and green in it as well. So I thought, well, since I don't have as much of this and it's not as many ounces and yards as this, what if I threw this in between each skein? And that would help, you know, allow it to go further. And then also I'd have enough of this to do, you know, a full set with all of this. So let's talk about this a little bit. So the specs on this one is it has 218 yards, which is about 7 ounces. And I believe this is a bulky 5. Yes, this is a bulky number 5. And they recommend an 8mm hook. But for me, because I'm such a tight crocheter, I am using a 9mm hook, and I love the way the stitches are coming out. All right, so what I'm about to show you, I have used one solid one of these Bloom Chunky Big tulips to create what I've got so far. So my next will be introducing this Bloom Chunky, and this one was in the colorway, I don't believe I told you, Violet is what it's called. How cool. That's my granddaughter's name. But anyway, so let me show you what I've done so far, and then I will come back and show you later. So this is how it is working up. Whoops. I see where it left off. So let's put that on top. So this is how it's working up so far. Let me maybe fold it in half. Okay, there we go. All right. So that is one side, and this is the other side. And so it seems like all the colors that were meant to be for the tulips in like the pattern that it showed here are falling on this side, and then more of the white and lavender are falling on this side. But nonetheless, it's still pretty. I love the way it's coming out. It's different. But that's what you get with variegated. So it's interesting to see that going back and forth in a long straight row doesn't give you that tulip effect, but I still like it. I still think it's pretty. So I'm happy. And who knows, maybe I'll still have enough left over of the two that I can create a baby sweater, and it creates more of that little tulipy look that goes along with why it's called tulip. So, all right, well, this is it for today, and I will continue adding to this until it's time for us to go live again and allow you to see what is on my hook. This is Yarn Joy Adventure, so please remember, if you've got finished objects that you would like me to share, I would love to share those for you right here on Yarn Joy Adventures, because this is not just my adventure, it is all of our adventure. And thank you to all of you that have already been sharing. All right, well, we still have a week left for me to add on to this, so I'm going to end this now so it doesn't get too long, and I can come back and show you what else has been on my hook for Yarn Joy Adventures. And I'll see you soon. Hello, Joy friends. Welcome back. I want to share with you how much I have gotten done on that baby blanket that I was showing you at the very beginning. And so let me stand up here and show you the progress that has been made. So here we go. That is one side, and there is the other side. And actually, let's see here. This is the front side. So this is how that chunky yarn is working out. And I haven't decided what kind of border I'm going to put on it. Of course, right now I am doing nothing but half double crochets to create this. And this is the tulip and the bloom, and this is the, no, this is the violet. This is the tulip, this is the tulip, this is the violet. So I haven't decided yet what I'm going to call this. Probably just the bloom blanket, because half double crochet is not my stitch. I didn't come up with it. I didn't come up with the yarn. I'm just putting it together. So I may just go with what type of yarn it is and just call it the bloom blanket. Not that it matters. It's not anything that I'm planning on even doing a, tutorial on. It's just something I am making to use that chunky yarn because, again, as I have already shared, I've never really done chunky yarn. So getting my feel for it. All right. And I'm enjoying the adventure along the way. The only other thing I have to share with you in this Yarn Joy adventure is I have currently made 2 cat toys. One of them is just a little ball, and you can hear it. And then the other one is just this little dangly toy. And again, you can hear it. And I will have to wait until the next Yarn Joy Adventures to explain more about these cat toys. So suspense, suspense, suspense. So stay tuned, and hopefully you'll come back and see what's up with the cat toys. Until our next Yarn Joy adventure, be joyful, stay crafty in your own way, make your own joyful creations, and above everything else, my friends, please remember you are important and you are loved. Mwah. Nugs and Joy. And stay tuned to see some of the Yarn Joy adventures from some of our other yarny friends, and of course, after that, you definitely don't want to miss the bloopers. All right, see you on the next adventure. We'll cut that out too. Until our next adventure, be joyful, stay crafty in your own way, make your own joyful creations, and above everything else, my friends, please remember you are important, you are valuable, and you are loved. Mwah. Nugs and Joy. Stay tuned for other adventures with some of our other yarny friends, some other yarn joy adventures with our other yarny friends. I may cut that clip and make it a blooper. And then after that, stay tuned for some bloopers. All right. I love you. Take care. Mwah.